July 3rd, 1863, and most of you know what that means, and we'll be reenacting what most people think of when they think of July 3rd. Picket's charge a little bit later this afternoon, but something occurred on the other side of town, east of town about 3 miles. On day 2, the Confederates had attacked both ends of the Union Fishhook position, and they gained some success, but they hadn't driven the Union Army out of its strong 3-mile-long line position running from Culp's Hill on the right through Cemetery Hill and down of your enemy, draw their fire, and thereby assess not only their location, but their strength. The men are posted sporadically. You don't take quite as many casualties. And of course, the skirmishers are backed up by heavier lines of cavalry troopers. A lot of times they were breech loaders, and they could be loaded from the back. And because they were shorter, you could reload them while you're crouched down, taking protection behind a fence or a wall, whereas an infantryman has to stand to reload his rifle and is exposed to fire. Of course, the drawback to that is with the shorter rifle, you don't have quite the range the typical foot soldier or infantryman would have.
And the pit beef, the pit ham, turtle cakes, ice cream, hot dogs, pretzels, all types of different things. Be sure that you're staying well hydrated by getting something to drink, water, soda, anything like that. Make sure that that you're staying well hydrated. We like the EMS, but we like it even better when they're not very busy.
Junction of the Virginia Central Railroad in Hanover, north of Richmond. He has protested in the hopes that those brigades will be added to his force. By July 4th, he's still stuck with Garnett, Armistead, and Kemper. Garnett was to Kemper's right, or excuse me, to his left. We're going to see Kemper's brigade coming down the Emmitsburg Road towards us. You will not see Armistead's brigade today. He was behind Garnett, which would be, as you're looking at it, to the right of Kemper's brigade. Folks, if you're familiar with the battlefield, you are kind of along and come down the Emmitsburg Road toward the north, toward Cemetery Ridge, where you see these troops down here positioned before you. The reason the Confederates had actually moved forward and then returned and faced the way we are was a device to deceive the Union Army as to the actual location of the attack. If Kemper's men on the far right move straight ahead, generally in the direction just left or north of Little Round Top, it's going to make it look like the Confederates. Forward, left at an angle, all to deceive the Union defending forces as to the actual target. And folks down there at the end of the Confederate line, along the end of the tent line, you can see where the Confederates are. Kemper's men in the vicinity of their own guns along the Emmitsburg Road. Was designed to take out many of the Union guns, and it failed. So Kemper's men came up along the line and down the Emmitsburg Road, found they were being followed. These gaps are the men begin to dress the lines. Close the gaps. This will be when you're just inside the wall. There will be casualties this day. Only Kemper will survive. It is over. One final mutual salute.